Okay. Hope it's working now. Had some technical difficulties here. Let me check and see what it says. Hopefully I didn't mess up. Sorry, just getting things set up. Yeah, go ahead. Got my cameraman on here. We're good. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me get my tablet for me real quick. Yeah, that was my fault. I started the live and nobody was in there yet. And so I thought it was the wrong one. So I shut it off, turned it back on. I hope everybody's still in here. I ghosted them. Can you set up my Wi-Fi on there real quick for my tablet? Anybody else in here? Let me check. I might need a hotspot. So how many we got in here now? Just Mike and Matt, probably. Oh, we can at least chat some. Still getting things set up. We'll give people time anyway. Now I got a two cameraman. Is everybody coming into this room now? Okay. Working now? Okay, let me see. Yeah. Okay. We're back. This is my first time. Everybody makes it look so easy. Joey and the Tools with Tactics is always just setting them up randomly. I'll give people a few minutes before I do this unboxing real quick. You guys will have to let me know what the weather's like where you guys are at. I know some parts of the country it's getting pretty hot. Staying pretty chilly here. I think this is like the last chilly day. After this, we probably won't have any cool nights. Check it again. Nice. Sorry, I'm having to come back to my phone to read it until I get my tablet set up. Thought we were going to have that ready ahead of time. Nice. Now, hopefully I don't have lag with that. What's up, Morgan's Maintenance? Appreciate you coming today. Got Cam Packed, one of my buddies from Instagram. He's on here. We got Steve's wood shop. Cool. Appreciate Mike helping me out on the other end. Yeah, I'm sure. I see you, Joey. I see you getting things ready each time. I don't know how you do it, just one guy. Cool. There we got it. Now I'll be able to see your comments. Hopefully it's not too laggy. Hopefully the audio is pretty good here. Yeah, I got a little lag. Yeah, Steve. My wife took our two youngest kids over to hang out with their friends. That way they wouldn't be coming and going, making noise and stuff. Let's see what else we got in here. Okay, you guys want to guess what's in the KC toolbox all the way from Kansas City? Matt turned me on to this. We all knew about the free shipping weekend, but then he showed me that there's a bunch of tools that were actually on sale right at the same time. Sorry, just reading the chat. And so I went ahead and grabbed a few. He showed me what he grabbed. He emailed me and showed it. Thanks for being on here, Campax. Appreciate you, buddy. You still using those weird Joker wrenches? You have to let me know how you like them. I use mine occasionally. Yeah, I wish it worked like that, Matt. Let's see what we got here. I haven't even opened this up myself. There we go. Zoom in for a dramatic effect. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Matt told me to get a few things. Let's see. I don't want to pull all the good stuff out all at once. There you go. I don't know if you guys can tell what that is. I picked up a couple of these Stabila keychain levels. Matt was saying they are really good to hang on your bags, and that's perfect for this SBLD here. You know, I like to hang stuff off the side. Yeah, it's going to be nice. I grabbed a couple of them. I'll probably hang one off of here, and then if somebody needs one, I'll have an extra. Let's see. Take all this packaging out of here. This is some exciting stuff. I'm sure that's turning out really good on the mic. Got the little, I don't know how you say that. Steve's Woodshop does a good job pronouncing that. The Stavila or Stavila. He likes a lot of their stuff. I haven't checked it out yet. Okay, so I did get an accessory. You can see that, the NWS system clip. Let's see. So all the NWS like comfort grip pliers have that notch there. You can add accessories. this is the Irwin version of it, but I have the non-contact voltage tester on there. So this is just like their lanyard. I was like, for a couple bucks, that's pretty handy. And that's going to work out good. So I grabbed, let's see, I got some combo pliers. I can't resist these combo pliers. I've been having to try them all out lately. And so I got the 165 version, if you can see. I like these small ones because they're real handy. They still fit nice in your hand, and they fit nice in a pouch. See? I hung up all this stuff behind me so I can show it off. You can even stack them in there if you want. Take these Knipex ones out. That's why I like these small handled ones. They fit nice in that SC45, that tool pouch. And then while I was on there, let's see, I saw they had the small side cutters, the diagonal cutters, and I didn't realize they made them in 160 millimeter. That's a nice size. Try those out. Obviously I'm gonna do videos on these. But yeah, that's gonna be a nice size. I have to work them in a little bit. I'm interested to see what those will cut. That's the smallest pair I've seen of like professional grade side cutters. So I'm curious to see if it'll cut through Romex and stuff. You guys ever try these NWS pliers? They're on Amazon. I mean, the prices were really hard to beat on KC Tool. That's why I jumped on them. So I'm glad Matt told me about them. That's going to be cool. Now I have to figure out what kit that's going to go in. I like to fill up my bags here. You can see they get pretty overloaded, but still pretty comfortable to use. Let me check the chat here. Yeah, the non-contact thing is super handy. It has a little flashlight. I should do a review just on this. It has a little flashlight, and then you have the non-contact. And if you don't, like before, I didn't have the Vito pouches, and I never had a good spot for my little volt stick. And so that was perfect on there. It saved a lot of space. Yeah, Steve's Woodshop, he said those are the best combo pliers. I watched your video. Got the wrong one. I watched your video, and that helped me decide. I was like, man, how have I been missing out on these for so long? I love the NWS stuff. It's just some places it's so expensive. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was running off just my phone data there at the beginning, Joey. So I hope it's turning out for everybody. You guys, Mike, you'll have to let me know if I have a drinking word. Take a shot every time I say something. I'm sure you get tired of hearing it in my videos. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being on here. All the support so far. Okay, we got Nick on here. He made it. Appreciate you being on here, bud. So we got local guys. We have guys across the pond. It's pretty nice. You guys will have to let me know if you like this time, like a Sunday afternoon. We could always do it maybe later on a Saturday afternoon, but I don't want to interfere with anybody else's live chats or live videos. I get pretty excited about them myself, so I try to plan out a little spot in my day. How's it going, Rich? From New Zealand? Cool. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, Matt got the 9-inch versions. I think he got, the 9-inch combo pliers. They're like the size of lineman's pliers. I was like, I don't know if I need another pair of those. I like these small ones. And then he got the what do they call them? The Fantastico side cutters. They're cool. The dual powered side cutters. I would like to check those out. I probably should have grabbed a pair of those too, because I love these Weehaw ones. I use them for everything. I barely ever pull bolt cutters out, but you know, I don't know how long these are going to last. They've held up pretty good for me. The jaws are still in nice shape. But yeah, that'll be interesting. I'll do a little comparison video. Stick them in there upside down. That way it bugs people. How you doing, Watchman? Are you new to the channel? I appreciate you coming on. I can't remember if I've read your comments before or not. Yeah, did anybody figure out what my drinking word is? I can't think about it right now. I notice that with everybody's channels. We all have certain ways of describing things. It's funny. But I like the variety. Yeah, the pivot point. Is that what they call them? I was thinking of what it says on the pivot there. It says something like Fantastico or something. That's how you know they're from Germany. They don't have to tell you on the back. But yeah, they've been nice so far. Appreciate Mike's putting the links on there. I messed up here in the beginning. I was trying to do it all myself real quick, and I accidentally exited out of the first live stream. I'll give it a few more minutes. Does anybody have any questions about tools you've seen in my videos? I brought some of my tool bags out. That way, if somebody had a question, I could just pull the tool out and show you. Just keeping an eye here. We'll get rolling here soon. But yeah, I think if you have any questions, let me know. This will be a good time for me to answer stuff. That makes me feel a little bit better, Mike. So you guys are familiar with this area. I'll start here. I always am posting pictures every time I change this up. I haven't really done anything to it lately. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. But I have my tool wall up there. I'll get in close and we'll show you that. I did add the mod box rail so I can hang those pouches. Those pouches aren't very nice hanging on your side, but they're nice for storing tools up on the wall. I'll get you in close here in a minute. Yeah, that's a good question, Matt. I need to test it out more. I got this, and then I ended up putting all that stuff in my pack out bag. So I had my non-contact and stuff in there every time I'd do a job. Yeah, so my buddy Jade's working the camera for me right now. I'm going to have him follow me around. We'll do you a little tour. Yeah, I should probably do another video on my work truck, especially now that I have all this Vito stuff. It kind of changes how I use it. So Cam said that Stack Tech released their rolling drawer. Make sure I don't fall. I haven't actually seen it in Lowe's yet. Let's see. I've seen the Klein. That seems pretty nice. Some people have been talking about that one. It's hard to find that kind of stuff in our Lowe's. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. I'm interested in that Tough Built stuff. I like their accessories. Been pretty nice. Steve took advantage of the veto sale. Yesterday was the last day. I got the email and I was so tempted, but I had to resist. Can't get another big bag yet this year, but I'll probably get one next year. I'm excited to see what they have for the new stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see how you load that out, Steve. All right, do we want to go ahead and do a live tour real quick? Take you around the shop here. It's been a work in progress for years, unfortunately. There, hold on, plug this. Like I said, you guys have seen, this is like my little studio area. I fixed it up a little bit. The story on this tool wall here is I had all these like stealth mounts, battery mounts and stuff for the Bosch 12 volt. And I was like, I'm going to start using that stuff out here. So I put that up, and then I got some 3D printed tool holders. And then a guy on Instagram, Chuck Rack, sent me this for my FlexiClick, and that's really nice. You can just grab it and go with your stuff, go with your attachments on there. So this is mainly my woodworking area. Just have some old Bosch 18 volt drills there. So that's actually been up for over a year, maybe 2 years now. You can check it out on my Instagram. I have more detailed stuff about some of these builds. Then once I decided I wanted to do more with YouTube, I started adding all this stuff. It's kind of decorating things, putting some handy items over here. I got this little
They're saying to check it.
oh, did it shut off? Let me try to restart it. Is that better? Can you hear me again? Can you hear me now? I must be on Verizon again. I think it's good now. Anyway, you probably missed a lot of that, but this is my studio area. Okay. Yeah, I was probably cutting in and out. I unplugged my phone and it was plugged into that mic adapter. I've been slowly cleaning these cabinets up. These just have like woodworking tools and stuff in here. I have extra boxes and bags and stuff. But I like it. It's kind of a clean look. It keeps everything hidden. Just have some extra stuff, sandpaper, stuff like that. This is my metalworking area. So I have my Bosch 18 volt tools, the ones I mainly use for metalworking. This bandsaw. If you don't have a battery powered bandsaw, that thing is a lifesaver. I use it out here all the time. Way better than a hacksaw. And that used to be over in another area. Once we got this all cleaned up, I brought this big metal table over. This is something my dad brought home from work one day and never could use it. It was in the middle of the shop and took up room. So this is going to be my welding table now. And then over on Instagram, this is the Atrix Manufacturing. It's like the pack out setup, has the pack out plate down here. And then he sent me the grinder holder and this drill holder basically. So I did a review for him. It's super well built, nice powder coating, made in the USA, has a lot of different accessories, and you can mod this out if you want to. So this was perfect for all my metalworking tools. That's why I have some corded drills, which I never really use much, Sawzall, stuff like that. And then I brought my little Blue Point welder over here, going to be using that here. Underneath storage, just like plumbing tools, plumbing extras and stuff. A lot of materials are stored underneath from when we renovated our basement here. Let's see. And then over this way, I just kind of store some stuff here. We have this area. I'll show you guys. get over here so I'm in the camera better. Me and my son Liam originally set this up to work on RC trucks. Just brought this toolbox in here. I still have a lot of that stuff in here. So I told him he could store some of his tools up here until we get things figured out. We've been out of that hobby for years now. I have a lot of the Michael Pro tools. If you've seen them on Instagram, they sent me a lot of stuff that I've been trying out. They're kind of perfect for this setup. Let's see. They have like all sorts of automotive tools, but I keep some of the smaller stuff over here for working on this thing. Pretty nice. And as far as the other side, we just kind of use that for storage to keep that messy over there when you don't know where to put stuff. Let's see. Yeah, just have miscellaneous stuff under here. We have like electrical supplies and random bits and bobs under there, I guess. All right, so I'll take you guys over here to this is like our tool station here. Me and my brother got this Cobalt tool cabinet. This is one of the best made ones that I've seen. We got it on clearance at Lowe's, and it came with a drill, an impact, batteries, charger, stuff like that. But it's got the power strip up there. You can put all your chargers up there, 4 slots. And this works out perfect for bits and stuff. And I've just added to it over the years, but it's just kind of when you have the garage door open, you can just walk right in here, grab something, and go work on something outside or in the garage. Works out nice. You can see I'm on a lot of different battery platforms. That's just kind of how it goes. I'm always looking for clearance deals, so that's why I have a lot of Cobalt stuff. A lot of these were clearance finds. I have the die grinder. It's kind of an unusual tool. And then underneath, I keep my Cobalt radio. I actually won that in a giveaway, so I was pretty excited about that. That's been like my first job site radio. I keep my battery charger, extension cords. I have the Cobalt XTR right-hand saw. There's an old skill over here. Underneath of this table, we have a big arc welder that we barely ever pull out. So it kind of makes a nice platform here. They're trying to do lighting on the go. That's always fun. I made this out of just some scrap plywood. Come around here. We got all these Skill 12-volt tools, and that kind of replaced the Milwaukee 12-volt line out here, which is kind of what I started out with mechanics tools. And this made like a perfect grab-and-go holder. I use a lot of these either in the garage or outside, so you can open the door, grab something. It's nice and accessible. I have the Cobalt fast charger on the side here, and then I like these 3D printed battery holders. I can't remember who made this one. Can't remember the name of the company, but that's their logo. There's so many online now. Those battery holders are nice to have if you have a lot of cordless power tools. And then we'll take you to the other side. So this side of the garage is mainly where we do our mechanics work on vehicles. We have my dad's old big Cobalt box. This used to be in the middle of the garage, and it just was, you were constantly working around it. So we put this over here on the workbench, and that's worked out pretty good. I just keep a lot of electrical diagnostic stuff for vehicles on the top, and then we just have all of his old Craftsman tools, wrenches and stuff in here. This kind of works as like if I don't have it in my toolbox, which I'll show you in a minute, it's got to be in here. All this stuff. I mean, I used this stuff when I was a teenager, a lot of it, or a little kid, really. So I try to keep this area a little bit organized, but it's a lot of random stuff. I mean, me and my wife are constantly in and out of this garage working on the homestead or doing something for our animals and stuff. So a lot of that stuff gets hung up here. And then this, I try to keep it somewhat clean. So if I want to work on a small engine or something like that, I can throw it up here. This is an old free Craftsman box that I got back when I was a teenager. I drug it home and put it in here for my dad. And we always have a nice bench vise up here. That one, I got a lot of good memories working on that thing. So basically, my dad built this detached garage, and it has like extra height ceilings. He wanted to do a lift in here, so we could work on vehicles. And so we have tons of space, but over the years, we've been cleaning things out. My dad passed away like 5 years ago. And so we've been constantly working, trying to clean things up, make this space usable. I'm pretty happy with how we have it so far. Let's see what else we want to show you. Let's show you my box, my US General cart here. So this is mainly what I work out of from just my mechanics work. And I've had this for years now, but I've just tried to cram as much as I can in here. It's not really that mobile anymore because I added these wings and stuff, but it just gives me a nice spot to have stuff. So I just try to keep the drawers organized. I have my sockets on top, my M12 ratchet. I like these wrench organizers. This works out good. I think Easy Red makes this, or maybe another company. They're on Amazon. And I think I got the pliers holder from them too. So some of the stuff, you know, you've probably seen it in some of my videos. A lot of my garage tools I'll pull out. They're all beat up. I don't really take care of them because they just stay in here all the time. I should do a loadout on all this one day. Then I have my torque wrenches, random stuff, clamps, T-handles, whatever you call them, fasteners and stuff. These US General carts are really nice for the price. I like that they have all the storage on the side, put long items on there, breaker bars and pry bars and stuff. If you do mechanics work, you know that each job you seem to accumulate more stuff. So that's how I've been. Every time I do a job, it's like I need a special tool or I'm working with some weird fastener. And then over here, I have, this is like my Milwaukee pack out mobile, my extra mobile tool storage thing, I guess. I don't know. I've been messing around with it. So I have stuff on the sides. I've been adding like the accessories that they sell on the sides. I just keep some random auger bits on that side. I did have the pack out worktop on here. My idea was I could pull this around and have some tools laid out on one of these silicone mats. They're super handy. But it stays here for the most part. Sometimes I'll just take that DeWalt folding table out if I'm working on a vehicle outside, just have my power tools and my parts laid out on it. But make yourself a nice plywood cabinet like this and stick it on top of your pack out. You can do all sorts of different things. I've had it in different configurations. Right now I just have the crate in here, and I have some other like job site boxes in here, and I put it on a drawer slide. You can see I'm really bad about showing this stuff. One of these days, I'll go ahead and do like a Milwaukee pack out tour. You guys might like that. I've been in the pack out system for years now and just kind of trying different accessories. And there's so many companies now that make that stuff. You can really personalize your boxes and make them perfect for yourself. You have to let me know how many guys are in the pack out system. That's probably like the one that started that craze of having your tools in toolboxes, you know. Yeah, I actually got this rolling box for free. There's another Instagram giveaway. I've got a lot of my stuff is from Instagram giveaways, so I'm able to make videos for it. That's pretty nice. And so I tried to make a little rolling system so I could roll this whole cart around. But yeah, one of these days I'll bring all my pack out. I have a lot of it in the house. I'll bring it out here and set it out, and maybe I'll do that on the next live or something. Just kind of thinking on the fly. All right, so we have a lot of questions or anything? I'll check out the chat. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with it. Yeah, I'm sure like my little studio probably makes it look kind of small, but there's a ton of space that we use in here. So if you work out of a space that you share with other people, you kind of know the frustration of keeping your stuff organized. That's why I did a lot of these things where I can just hang my tools up. There's always a spot for something. Now I got to catch up on all the chat. I probably should have been reading it as I was going around. Yeah, I've had pretty good success with the cobalt stuff. I constantly finding it on clearance and Lowe's. I've only had a couple things that I need to return, like I've had issues with it. And the good thing about using like a store brand like that is a lot of times you can just walk in there, show them that the tool doesn't work, and they'll just tell you to go get another one. So it's kind of, Home Depot does that with Rigid, and that's a big advantage. Especially a lot of our outdoor power equipment is cobalt, and so we all are out using it. Yeah, I'll have to check, Cam. I'll have to check out that tool cabinet you're talking about. I'm probably seen it. Is it on Amazon? I've seen a lot of the ones that are on Amazon. What's the dimensions? I have to think. I think it's like a 16 by 30 shop, and then he put 16-foot ceilings when we were building this place. Yeah, paint the base and do totes. Yeah, we do have a lot of stuff in just like open, big Stairlight totes. It's all leftover stuff from when we renovated our basement for an apartment. That stuff's probably not too interesting. My dad brought all these cabinets home from work one day, and the worktop here is actually some big door slabs. They're oak, and they're not the flattest thing, but I kind of made them work. They used to be all bowed, and I kind of reinforced them because it was bugging me. You set something on here and it would just roll away every time. Cam said he's switching out his van layout. He's got an awesome van layout on Instagram. You should check out his stories. He's got some cool ideas. No, I was trying to figure out, should paint it black. I guess they're talking about that plywood cabinet. Yeah, I thought about that. It's already pre-finished, so I'd have to sand it down and paint it. I have some other homemade ones that I painted black before I got the nice pack out mobile cart. I can't remember what the actual name of it is. I know Joey was thinking about getting one. I had started out with like a homemade one years ago, and I finally found that one on clearance. Yeah, I'm all in True Work. Yeah, you can tell I like my True Work stuff. I work outside, so it's the most comfortable thing I've found. Yeah, I hope you guys found that interesting. This is where we get into a lot of trouble out here. Yep. Matt likes the True Work pants. They're the most comfortable thing. I'm wearing the Cloud pants right now for hot weather just because they're so thin and light. I just wear them around the house. They're my favorite ones right now. Yeah. Yeah. So me and Mike have done a lot of work in this garage. It's hard to keep up with everybody. Steve said that Matt wears his to weddings. That's great. Trying to think if I have any other new setups to show you guys. See, I do have one thing. I'm constantly changing this pouch. Stick these in here now until I get it perfect. I'll just bring it over. That's been my go-to. Anytime I'm doing something outside or working around the house, I'll just slap this pouch. You know, you can either slip it in your belt, you can slip it in your pocket. And I've been trying out these Japanese pliers. You saw that video, the Sonoda slip joints. So I grabbed their water pump pliers to try out. Set this down a second. They have their own version of like mini water pump pliers. And so it's got the 4 adjustments, but super smooth like their slip joints. Of course, it's going to hang up as I go show it. I figured maybe these would be nice as like a one-handed thing. I'm getting used to them because they're backwards from the Knipex Cobras. So the Knipex Cobras face like that and your button's on this side if you're right-handed. These are almost, if you're left-handed, they'd probably be perfect. So I picked these up on Amazon, and I saw that they had the tip cut off for a small screwdriver. And in the pictures, I was thinking it was bigger than this, but this is like perfect for just taking wall plates off, or just if you need to adjust some little screws. I kind of wish it was bigger. I was going to keep this pair of pliers on me like every day because I just sometimes need some channel locks that are real thin and small like that. But I'm going to try them out. I'm not crazy about the yellow. I'm not a big fan of yellow for most tools, especially this color yellow. So I was thinking about just stripping these grips off and maybe, I don't know, wrapping them in something. You could probably wrap it in paracord if you wanted like a cushier grip. Or maybe I'll try some of that blue heat shrink. It might be too big. Probably would have to do black or something. But yeah, I still haven't made a video on this yet. I've been meaning to. That's my latest kick, is these cheap Japanese tools. Matt's been turning me on to all sorts of different stuff. So that's why my pouch is full of Annex and Sonoda. I have those Fujiya, the flush cutters. I know somebody was asking about these the other day. I use these all the time. There's nothing better for cutting zip ties. Yeah. I pull these out all the time now. That's why they ride right here in the front of my bag. Yeah, I was thinking that too, having the screwdriver on the end of the handle like that. I was hoping I could use it like a pry bar. There's a lot of times where I don't want to pull out my knife and be prying on something. Everybody's talking about shoes now. If only our wives knew what we were talking about on the live chat. That's funny. Yeah, thankfully with my job, I'm not required to wear boots or anything. Sometimes I will if it's going to be real muddy, or if it's, I'm going to be on my feet for a long time and I know, but a lot of times I just wear like hiking shoes, trail running shoes. I need something with like a good grip on them. You wouldn't believe some of the things we get into cleaning windows. Some of the terrains we have to work on, slippery grass or slippery roofs. Yeah. I think Joey's going to turn me on to those Skechers, the slip-in shoes. I see them on his videos all the time. They look so comfortable. Those are like the dad shoes. It's perfect. I just wear Crocs around the house most of the time. I don't know if he's still in here. He said he was having problems with his signal. I don't know if he's driving or something. Yeah. What happens in the garage stays in the garage. Trying to think if I have anything else I can show you guys. I like giving you a sneak peek. I did. If you saw my little video on the Vera ratcheting driver, still been trying to figure out what kit to put this in. I'm the type that if I have a kit, it has to be all loaded out with the perfect tools. That's why I spent so long doing this SBLD loadout, but it's super handy. I love the size of this. Let's see. I would say my MP1X loadout pretty much has stayed the same. I did just shove some tools in here to bring them out and made it easier, but this has been a really nice pouch. It's a little bit heavy. That's why I end up using that magnetic pouch a lot of times. I mean, you don't even have to wear a pant or a belt on your pants, and you can use that thing. But this is going to be my I need everything right on my side pouch. Still talking about shoes on there. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I love these cloud pants, Matt. They have that elastic, so you don't have to wear a belt most of the time. And except for my work, I have to have a belt so I can put my window cleaning tools on it. But yeah, that's why I like these cloud pants. I saw that True Work is adding that elastic feature to their T1 Pros, I think is what they're called. They have the knee pad inserts. Kind of excited about those. They might be nice. Well, I appreciate you guys getting on here with me. This has been pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. Definitely for some jobs, you need to have a belt. We don't all want to look like plumbers. Yeah, if I can go light, I like to go light for my tools. That's why I've been loving this SC45. If you don't use the which I call it just a meter pouch, but you can use it for anything, then that little magnetic tool pouch is super handy. I really want to try out the drill pouch that comes with that SPNC. I've been jealous seeing everybody reviewing that bag on YouTube. I was thinking that would be cool. You could stick that drill pouch on the front of this instead of the little tool pouch here. Maybe put a bunch of bits in here. I've seen some guys use it that way. Okay, we got Lexi in here now. Yeah. Sometimes I get on for Morgan's maintenance. I get on right at the end of the live chat. But that's just how it works out sometimes. Life happens. Nice, Matt. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the XP had knee pads. If you've seen them, Matt, it's the I think it's the T1 Pros, which I have a pair of T1s. I don't wear it as much when it's warm out, but now they have like a knee pad slot there. And I saw that they kind of took the best features from all their pants and added to that. So I think it's going to make a lot of people happy. Well, I think we're going to get off here. This has been really cool. I appreciate you guys joining me, and I appreciate everybody helping me out. Jade's behind the camera there. Mike, he's helping me out in the chat. Been a big help. Let me know what you want me to do for the next live show. I figured I'd do it for special occasions. It takes a lot of setup for me. I just really enjoy doing the tabletop videos. But I'm sure we can come up with something. I'm just enjoying watching everybody's chat. That's probably what I should have named the video. Watch me as I watch your chat. All right. Appreciate it, guys. All right. I hope everybody has a good night. We'll catch you on the next video, okay?